We had lightning success stories, and there was really the only part of the whole workshop where we had defined topics and speakers that had to tell their stories in 4 minutes.
Get ready for the first lightning session and begin.
So your end customer is your patient, and eliminating the waste in our processes. So you want to get rid of all the stuff that isn't valuable to your patient.
What our patients told us is that the main barriers they encounter are really when they encounter us in teams or others, they're not listened to. And when they offer their ideas, they're often discounted. And when they bring research information in, it's often ignored.
And we looked at the infrastructure and the process and the outcome. The senior management agreed with that approach, and it became part of the strategic direction of the Board of Directors for 2020 to be nationally recognized for our strong professional practice environment, but also for the interprofessional model of care. And they are evaluating, in fact, the CEO every 3 months on this to make sure it moves. So it's a big commitment.
So this is about the Paralympic team in Beijing in 2008, and why it's special. It's because we were asked to put a team together. You have to do it in 48 hours.
I have the distinct pleasure to try to make sure that 1,400 students every year at the University of Toronto graduate competent in interprofessional collaboration.
People were rotating around these 14 different speakers every 4 minutes, so trying to get a glimpse of these different stories. And we strategically chose each one of these stories to give different angles and look at different domains of teamwork and different components of teamwork. And at the organizational level, looking at system level, and also looking at the teams per se.
And there's the bell ending the session. Move on to the next one.
And at the end of a rotation process, they had an opportunity to go in a more in-depth discussion with them. That was longer than 4 minutes, to get to know a bit more of the projects that stuck with them or that seemed to link back with what they were trying to do in their organization.
How are people finding things so far? People doing okay?
Understanding what teams really are in this day and age. We've taught, I've learned a lot of things in that regard. Some of the new roles that are out there in terms of helping people with that, like facilitators, navigators.
We need terms around which we can have some agreement what they mean.
I think we need a healthy balance as we move forward of trusting our intuition, but also measuring our outcomes.
I'm hoping that at a tomorrow that I'll get some more concrete tools to add to my toolbox to make the changes in my organizations.
You feel like you're walking away truly having gotten to know a lot about a lot of people and also to share a lot of information.
Sometimes in order for teams to work, they need to be vulnerable with each other.
Do something. It doesn't have to be perfect, but do something.
Pushes us to be more active and less passive.
The opportunity for dialogue and discussing and being with people is that it does promote reflection.
I would like to have more stories.
Yeah. So just to hear more people's stories and hear more people's successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different environments, different contexts.
But how to measure that the change that you're making is effective.